B, a student at Boston University, needed to use the restroom at a coffee shop. But they wouldn't give her the key unless she bought something, and the line to pay was really long. Luckily, Ben, who works at Goldman Sachs, was at the front of the line. He pretended to be B's husband and got her the key. They hit it off right away and spent the whole day together, even falling asleep on Ben's couch. The next morning, B left without waking Ben, but then she changed her mind and went back to his apartment. Ben, on the other hand, was really hurt that B had left without saying goodbye. He remembered his mom giving him a giant wrench once and telling him that no matter how broken something seemed, it could always be fixed. So, he decided to take a look at the wrench and think about how to fix things with B. As B is about to go back inside to talk to Ben, like her sister Hallie advised, she overhears Ben talking to Pete. He's saying really hurtful things about her, and it makes her feel awful. Walks away, trying to gather her thoughts as she strolls through Boston. B and Ben don't meet again for 6 whole months. They run into each other because B's sister, Hallie, starts dating Pete's sister, Claudia. It's a bit awkward when they see each other again because they both still feel hurt about how their last meeting ended. Ben thinks B left him hanging, and B feels upset that Ben called her a disaster. Things get even more complicated when Hallie and Claudia decide to get engaged and plan a wedding in Sydney. B and Ben find themselves in the same circle of friends again, but their relationship is still strained. They'll have to figure out how to move past their issues if they want to be civil for Hallie and Claudia's big day. B is going through a tough time after breaking up with her fiancé Jonathan and quietly leaving law school. The tension between B and Ben is palpable, and it starts to affect the mood of the other members of the wedding party. Claudia confides in Ben about her love for Hallie and her desire for a perfect wedding. Margaret, Claudia's cousin, is naturally invited to the wedding. To add to the mix, Margaret is now dating Beau. Meanwhile, B's parents, Leo and Innie, invite Jonathan to the wedding because they don't want B to feel lonely. Roger and Carol, Claudia and Pete's adoptive parents, are hosting the wedding festivities. With all these relationships and connections intertwining, tensions and emotions run high as the big day approaches. Each character brings their own baggage and history, creating a complex web of dynamics that will undoubtedly play out during the wedding celebrations. At a tense dinner, Ben and B's ongoing conflict reaches a boiling point, leading to a disastrous moment where they accidentally set fire to a wedding decoration, singeing Hallie's hair in the process. Claudia becomes convinced that Ben and B's feud will ruin her wedding and tarnish her memories of the big day. Feeling pressured and frustrated, the other wedding guests hatch a plan to force B and Ben to mend their relationship for the sake of the wedding's success. However, B sees through the scheme and strikes a deal with Ben. They agree to pretend to be a couple, not only to make Margaret jealous but also to thwart B's parents' efforts to reunite her with Jonathan. It's a complicated arrangement, but B and Ben hope it will buy them some peace and quiet amidst the chaos of the wedding festivities. Ben finally gathers the courage to apologize to B for the hurtful things he said about her after their first date. Meanwhile, Jonathan continues to pursue B, attempting to win her back, while Margaret tries to reconnect with Ben. Initially, B and Ben's efforts to sell their fake relationship fall flat. Their friends see right through their attempts to act affectionate, and B's parents aren't fooled either. However, everything changes during a party on a boat when B and Ben share a dance and reenact a scene from Titanic. The moment takes a dramatic turn when B accidentally falls into Sydney Harbor. Without hesitation, Ben jumps in after her, and they find themselves stranded on a buoy, waiting for rescue. Alone together in the water, B and Ben have a heartfelt conversation. The experience brings them closer together as they open up to each other about their pasts, their fears, and their hopes for the future. It's a pivotal moment that sparks a genuine connection between them. In a vulnerable moment while stranded on the buoy, B opens up to Ben, revealing that she withdrew from law school. They make plans to go sightseeing at the Sydney Opera House, showing a budding connection between them. B also shares that she ended things with Jonathan because their relationship lacked conflict, highlighting her desire for more depth and passion. In turn, Ben admits that he was deeply hurt when B left abruptly after their first date, which led him to say hurtful things about her to Pete. Their honesty brings them closer together, leading to a moment of intimacy when they return to the house and share a passionate night together. Feeling disheartened, Ben slips away quietly in the early hours, leaving Bee feeling confused and regretful. The fragile bond they had built begins to fray as doubts and insecurities resurface, leaving both Bee and Ben grappling with their feelings and the uncertain future of their relationship. On the morning of the wedding, Margaret approaches Bee and asks for her blessing to reignite her relationship with Ben. Meanwhile, in a conversation with Pete, Ben inadvertently reveals Bee's secret about quitting law school, unbeknownst to her. This revelation leaves Bee feeling exposed and betrayed, as her private decision is now out in the open, especially to her parents. Feeling blindsided by Ben's slip-up, Bee struggles to come to terms with the consequences of his actions and the newfound strain on her relationship with her parents. The wedding day, which was meant to be a joyous occasion, becomes clouded with tension and uncertainty for Bee as she grapples with the fallout of Ben's unintentional disclosure. After witnessing Hallie and Claudia's heated argument following a mishap with the wedding cake, Ben persuades Bee to put on a facade of reconciliation for the sake of the wedding's success. Despite their own unresolved issues, they agree to set aside their differences and present a united front during the ceremony. The wedding proceeds without a hitch, and Bee and Ben's performance as a reconciled couple manages to quell any lingering tensions among the guests. However, Bee's fragile facade begins to crumble when she catches sight of Margaret kissing Ben during the reception. Heartbroken and overwhelmed, Bee can no longer contain her emotions. She flees the reception in tears, seeking solace and solitude at the Sydney Opera House. Realizing his mistake and the depth of his feelings for Bee, Ben rejects Margaret's advances, confessing that he no longer harbors any romantic feelings for her. He admits that he was merely clinging to a memory and realizes that his heart truly belongs to Bee. Driven by a newfound determination to make things right, Ben's friends and wedding guests encourage him to chase after Bee and profess his true feelings to her. With unwavering resolve, Ben takes a leap of faith, both figuratively and literally, as he jumps off a nearby cliff and plunges into the Pacific Ocean. Undeterred by the obstacles in his path, Ben manages to persuade the rescue helicopter sent to retrieve him to change course and fly him to the Sydney Opera House, where Bee sought refuge in her moment of distress. His bold and heartfelt gesture underscores the depth of his love for Bee, as he embarks on a daring journey to win back her heart and make amends for his past mistakes. With a heavy heart, Ben approaches Bee, offering a sincere apology for his abrupt departure earlier. He confesses that he left because he was afraid that their budding relationship might eventually lead to regret, but now he realizes that he doesn't want to lose her. Touched by his honesty and vulnerability, Bee accepts Ben's apology, and they reconcile, embracing their feelings for each other. Together, they return to the wedding reception as a couple, their bond stronger than ever. To their surprise, Hallie and Claudia reveal that their argument was actually a clever ploy to nudge Bee and Ben back together. The revelation brings a sense of joy and relief, as Bee and Ben realize the depth of their friends' love and support for them. Meanwhile, Jonathan and Margaret find solace in each other's company, forging a new connection of their own. As the night unfolds, love blossoms in unexpected ways, bringing closure and newfound happiness to all involved. Thank you so much for watching this video. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.